everybody, my name is Mia Towns. I will be a sophomore this upcoming year, and today I will be walking you through my journey with mental toughness. I think these activities were put in place for us to truly dive in deep into our mentality, how we are able to go through struggle, how we deal with frustration, and how that all reflects within our gymnastics. So the activity I chose was juggling, and I didn't really have any balls around, so I kind of just went to the kitchen, grabbed a couple cuties, and I started tossing them around in a circle. I soon figured out that I had no idea what I was doing, but in the back of my mind, I was kind of just like, if I just keep tossing them around, it'll be fine, I'll figure it out. So that's what I did, and I just kept throwing them around, and these poor little cuties were just getting squished and squished, and I kind of noticed myself get a little worked up and a little frustrated because I couldn't figure it out, and that was when I was like, okay, it's time to go seek out some direction. So I went to YouTube, looked up a video, and found out some good techniques, and I used those techniques, and I finally figured it out. I think the best part of this activity was for me to consciously notice that I was getting a little bit frustrated, to take that step back and to, learn the actual techniques or learn the true techniques to juggling instead of getting so worked up to where I'm bouncing off the walls and not able to learn anything. And I think that actually changed the whole process for me. I can 100% relate this to my gymnastics. I'm definitely a gymnast who likes to go for something very relentlessly until they get it right. But as soon as I sense that tiny bit of frustration, I'm like, okay, pump the brakes. We can't get too frustrated, we can't get too worked up. It's time to correct our mindset, and it's time to look in a different perspective. Recently, throughout my career, I have encountered an abundance of setbacks in a very short period of time. That process was probably one of the most frustrating things that I've ever been through, but I think that it did really build up my mentality to get where I am today. Because of that whole process, I came up with a question to ask myself every single day to continuously build up my mentality, and that was, is this getting me closer to my goal? So now that's something that I use to help myself correct my mindset when I approach something. Anytime I get frustrated, whether that's at a meet or in practice, it's like, okay, Mia, is this really helping you get to your goal? Sitting here dwelling in your self-pity, dwelling in all your frustration, is that really helping you get to your goal? Absolutely not.